Hi guys, Mike Reviews It All here. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Please give me a like and tell me what you think of my videos down there in the comments. Let's get started. Just announced this morning, Roger Whittaker out of the fight at UFC 222 with Luke Rockhold, which was going to be for the undisputed 185-pound championship. Now we have Romero stepping in, a guy that Roger Whittaker's already beaten, stepping in for another interim shot, another interim title bout. And so Roger Whittaker, released a brief statement this morning. He just said he apologizes to his fans, said he had an undisclosed injury that made him medically unable to compete. So he didn't clarify that he was medically uncleared to compete. He said he was medically unable to compete. So, I'm sure we'll get further translation on that. I'm not sure what the injury is. I hope Roger's okay. Obviously, he's wanted this title shot for a long time. He's more than earned it. He's got like 9 victories in a row, one of them over Romero. He's an absolutely crazy, excited, talented fighter. So is Romero, and Luke Rockhold's no pushover either. This will be a great fight, and Luke Rockhold is going to have to switch up his tactics a little bit for this fight, I think. Roger and Yoel have their similarities, but of course Yoel has got that long, wrestling background. Just one of the most elite wrestlers in the history of the 185-pound division. Somehow Roger was able to neutralize that. We'll see if Luke's able to do the same. Luke's obviously had his own success against, a lot of great wrestlers. Probably wouldn't have lost his title, of course, if he hadn't been showboating against Michael Bisping. I don't believe for a second that Michael Bisping would beat Luke Rockhold again if they fought 50 times. That was just one of those once-in-a-lifetime shots. Luke Rockhold was, he was playing around, and that's what happens. Anderson Silva did it, in his first fight when he lost the title against Chris. And, Weidman was able to capitalize on that. And then, of course, the second fight, that horrific leg check. But if it hadn't been for that showboating, Anderson may never have been tested, at least for a long time. He could still be champ for all we know. I don't know. But that's a little bit of a side note. I said, I feel bad for Roger Whittaker. I hope that everything's okay. I hope that, he gets his privacy and this isn't anything too major. He's able to come back quickly. He did say good luck to Luke Rockhold and Romero, and that he would be waiting for the winner. He didn't give any timelines on how long he would be out or when he would want to have that fight. But, this is just coming out today. I'm sure we're going to get a lot more information here soon. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a better matchup for Luke? Do you think it's a worse matchup? Who do you think wins this fight? Who comes in the favorite? Do you think Yoel or Rockhold come in the favorite in this one? And, what do you think about Roger Whittaker? What do you guys think might be the cause of this? Why he's being, kind of so discreet? And, I don't want to pick on him here because if he has a serious injury, I would not want to belittle that in any way. But the wording, medically unable to compete, obviously different than not medically cleared to compete. So, and that could just be the way that he wrote the tweet, and maybe he was, medically uncleared to compete. Maybe they told him you cannot compete. Maybe he wanted to compete, and they said this injury, we're not going to medically clear you. I don't know. I wish he would have been clearer in the wording, or somebody else, around him would have been clearer in the wording. But right now, obviously he's devastated. I'm sure he wants some privacy. He's probably not thinking straight. He's been waiting for this title shot for a very, very long time. And what about Romero? Probably thought he'd never get another shot at the title. at 40 years old, or that there was, you know, a slim chance of it. And now here he is right in there against Luke Rockhold after losing to Roger Whittaker, you know, for the championship. And then he could be in rematch with Roger Whittaker. He could end up retiring as champion at 40 years old. Wouldn't that be an incredible story? But like I said, I mean, you know, my thoughts are with Roger Whittaker. I hope everything's good. You know, I hope it's nothing serious. I hope we see him back in the cage very quickly. I think Luke Rockhold and Yoel Romero is still a very good fight. I mean, obviously, I wanted to see Roger Whittaker come in, unify the titles, and because most people have felt he has been the 185-pound champion for a long time. Michael Bisping wasn't going to fight him. GSP, you know, basically retired to keep from fighting him. You can say colitis or whatever, but I mean, you know, he never said anything about when, you know, when I'm over this colitis, then I want to defend my belt. No, he gave that belt up quickly. I mean, he got rid of it almost as quickly as Riddick Bowe when he threw the WBC belt in the garbage because he didn't want to fight Lennox Lewis back in the 90s, maybe early 2000s. At any rate, tell me what you guys think. Please give me a like and subscribe, like I said. Do you think this is still worthy of the pay-per-view, you know, main event? Are you guys going to pay for this? Do you want to watch it? And what do you guys think about what's going on with Roger Whittaker? Let me know. Don't forget, tomorrow, Sunday, Fight Night Companion, we're going to do Jeremy Stevens and Do-Ho Chung, the Korean Superboy, and we're going to sit there for, you know, 2.5, 3 hours, whatever it takes for that main card, you know, get some beers by you. Let's have a good time. I'll see you guys later.